This is an armature. These are the sculpting tools that Remington used, and they're exactly, a lot of them are still just the way they are today. When I did some sculpting, my tools were almost identical to that. So it hasn't really changed very much. The chair that Remington sat in when he painted, again, when he was pushing 300 pounds, who knows, but anyway, that's his chair. You can see him there. The rifles, they are on loan, but what is important to see, they're all different. And the reason for that is that to show that Remington was very particular in being absolutely accurate. So if he had a Cheyenne and he gave him a rifle, he wanted to make sure that he had the rifle that Cheyenne would use. If you have the cavalry, you want to make sure that it's not an Indian rifle, it's a cavalry rifle. Okay, very specific there. And then I sort of tend to walk down, but I tell them, look in there, that's where Remington's engagement ring is that he gave his wife. You might want to take a look at this. I talk about the photographs. And what's interesting is that here, I'm not going to spend an awful lot of time here. You have his books. Oh, by the way, upstairs there is his library as well. Okay, that's interesting to look at. His watercolors, obviously his brushes, palette. And that is a saddle, an Indian saddle. He would bring the items like that back so that when he painted, once more he made sure that it was absolutely accurate. And by having it there, he could produce it. Now, Laura, you do have to, if I leave something out.
Well, about the photographs, I think it's important to mention that Remington collected not only three-dimensional artifacts and took his own notes and sketches when he was traveling, but he had a series of cameras, took many, many photographs as visual notes, and he also bought hundreds and hundreds of commercially available photographs collected widely so that he would have those for reference in using anytime he wanted in creating compositions back in his studio. For 18 years he lived outside of New York City creating paintings and drawings that everyone who looked at them would assume were on the spot stories, things that had that feeling of freshness, energy, detail, and authenticity that was really a complete fabrication based on his artistic will and experience.
And so basically, I usually wander down slowly, talk about some of the things that are there. This is where people spread out because different people look at different things. And so I have tried at various times to gather the crowd together to point things out. It doesn't work along here. Okay, so that's why, like what I'm doing right now, I sort of mention things as I go slowly, and people look at what they want to look at. The last interesting point, again, as I said, I like to sort of do a boom, get people all real interested, excited. There's a cigar there behind that pipe. That cigar was in his pocket when he died.